Hello and welcome, Pauleh here, and I am playing Star Wars Conquest, and this is Path of Darkness. Now, a couple of you have mentioned that it does seem pretty easy, and I have to agree, For some reason, now this is mostly due to me playing a whole bunch of different Mount and Blade mods with various ranges of difficulty due to the nature of the mods, but the difficulty on this mod in the settings had been turned down quite a lot. So what I've done is I've maxed everything out. Damage to player is set to normal, damage to friends is set to normal, combat AI was always on good, that's never changed. Combat speed, now I've never ever messed with combat speed in any of the Mount and Blade games I've ever played. I don't know if this refers to battles that take place on the map when you order your troops to attack, if that has any effects, how long they're physically fighting in the world, or if it means how quick the enemy will react and try to swing a weapon at you. I don't know. But it was on slower, I've just maxed it out, we'll see how it goes. If it's terrible, I'll have to leave it. Battle size, I have to leave on 60. If it's any more than that, I found, then my game is prone to crashing. So we've got to leave that there. We have to leave that there. As always, blocking is done by mouse movement, although it's very, very awkward in this game. In this mod, I think it's just due to it being the original Mount and Blade, I'm not entirely sure why. But yeah, hopefully that will make things a bit trickier. And yeah, we'll see. I may regret this, but some people, just to point out, my troops are fairly high up. They do a decent amount of damage, so... But what I'm going to go ahead and do now is go ahead and upgrade all of these guys, make sure they're strong, ready to fight. I may need to invest in a shield now, we'll see. So once I get strength to 30, I think I'm going to start investing in agility, just to increase their athletics so they can move around a bit quicker. I think that's a solid choice. They're all getting there, I like to max out health first so they're nice and tanky. Always seems like a solid choice. For some reason I always think this guy's got like 30 strength, but he doesn't. Was it because I was investing in intelligence? I think that might have been it. For now, that's fine. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing with these guys either. They got the attribute points here ready to go. I could start putting it into intelligence and make and manage some stuff, but I honestly don't know what. I honestly don't know what. I mean, we could whack up their engineering. What's the other one looking like? Is his intelligence higher than the other? No. Okay, this one's gonna be my engineer, hopefully building quicker, that type of thing. We'll up the navigation as well, can't hurt. I'll increase agility on this one. I'll also increase his trainer skill since that's available. Hopefully that means more experience for my troops. Okay, I think we're good to go. We're good to go. I believe somewhere may have been under attack, but I'm not 100% sure. I have a lot of room in my company, so I'm just going to load it up with stormtroopers whenever I can. I need to pick a target though. I'm not carrying any more prisoners, okay. Christophis, I guess it is. Let's head there. We'll try and hit up all the planets on the way. One of my prisoners escaped from captivity. Not good. I may need to change where I've got prisoners held up if they keep escaping, because that is not good. Oh god, okay. Here's what we'll do. I'm so glad this option's here. Since you can't like hold down Control or Shift to basically upgrade people in bulk. I may need to invest in the Force Shield again. Sith hopeful, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with them yet. Although I'm thinking I may need to invest in the shield, as I've said. Considering dropping my... Do I want Force Lightning, or is it going to be that I'm always going to rush forward? Because Force Choke's just too much fun to drop. Oh, I do have Force Protect. Alright, for now, let's just replace the Force Choke. We'll see how next battle goes, and if it ends up being too much, we'll swap it back out. Because if I'm fielding a bunch of Stormtroopers, I'm going to want them to... I'm going to basically want to be standing behind them, so... Let's go ahead and recruit from here. I do need to send a message to everyone, tell them... Because, I mean, the campaigns just don't seem to work. Or the longer the campaign goes, people just stop regrouping on you, so... We're going to swing around, hit Tatooine Moon, then we're going to come back in. Never mind. Grand Moff Tarkin, okay, perfect. This is going to be a rough battle because we have to deal with all this fighting on Tatooine with small numbers of troops, but it can't be helped. It cannot be helped. Almost tempted to let the patrol fleets fall and then just attack Tarkin afterwards. I could potentially just jump forward a bunch, but... Who's at the back? I think it's my medic. Yeah, I don't intend to do lots of battles at this distance. Oh, that hurt. And that's some serious damage. Maybe I need to get a second lightsaber as my offhand, instead of an invisible shield. Very good. Unfortunately, this fight's going to keep happening, then again. Let's take a look here. Let's move the royal guard up for now. Hoth has been besieged. I don't want to lose Hoth. Where is that? All the way out there, so this is the hard part. They're going to start stretching me across the map, and I don't know where my commanders are. That's the problem. My commanders feel fairly useless. We've got more jumping in here. They may actually win. Whoa! Okay. So... I don't even. Okay, so... the very nature of the Sith Empire is... to the rebels, to the Jedi, is 100 times worse than the Galactic Empire. I mean, Palpatine was the Dark Lord of the Sith, who is very evil, who has started this war. But the Sith Empire, each and every Sith that belongs to the Sith Empire is a bigger threat to the galaxy than Palpatine and Darth Vader. So, that means Admiral Akbar and Yoda have switched over to the Galactic Empire to help stop us. I mean, that's the only reason I can think of for this action. But this isn't good, because this means the Galactic Empire is going to grow even bigger, which is going to be very tough for me. Anyway, these guys are actually winning this fight. Hoth's getting right pounded at the moment. We have to head over there. Oh god, there's no way to do this quick. I used to have a clicking macro, maybe I should get that back, get that set up again. Alright, let's do it the easier way. I just hate going for all these menus. Okay, talking is free, there we go. Damn it, we're still fighting on Tatooine. I guess a commander actually turned up. I can talk to him after this, that's gonna be fine. Yeah, I may get a second lightsaber, why not? Why not? Oh man. But imagine if the rest of the Rebel Alliance just like crumble away and end up joining the Galactic Empire. That's gonna be tough. That is gonna be incredibly tough to defeat. I'm still confident, despite the changes to the difficulty settings, we'll still destroy the enemy in battles. So taking over planets, winning fights is not going to be an issue. I think the only difference you'll really see is me getting knocked out a lot more due to being careless. Ouch. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get a lightsaber shield rather than using my arm. Force protect. Then again, it makes sense that Malgus is a strong force user. There you go, one hit, you see all my health gone? That's what you can expect. Let's do this. Victory! How many did we defeat? See, I hate these planet fights. For some reason we only ever go in with like 20 troops to fight. I'm going to order my troops to attack. There we go. Tarkin managed to escape, which is not good. I don't care about the prisoners too much. I could potentially give a bunch of troops to one of the commanders, like I've been doing on my Flourish series recently, if anyone's watched that. So the idea is I give them so many troops that every battle I go into, they just do well. I think I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. Because it doesn't make sense for me to keep going around and doing all this myself. Someone I can trust. Someone I can trust. Some of my earlier commanders, most likely. Doesn't actually say if they like me or not. Okay. So, basically, I go to one of these commanders, I give them a lot of Sith, I give them a lot of troops, and basically we'll stock them up with a crazy amount, maybe like a few hundred if possible, and then hopefully that means they'll be able to go and basically fight the enemy and capture planets and whatnot. But if I'm going to do that, because I feel that I need to, I mean, I can, if I leave this too late, if more end up joining the Galactic Empire, because I didn't foresee this, if more do that, then that's going to be bad for us at the end of the day. We're going to have to fight a lot of people, and if I leave it too long, I'm not going to have time to basically, you know, bulk up my forces. So I probably should stop attacking planets and do that now. Now Tatooine is currently under siege, or Tatooine Outpost, by Emperor Palpatine. If I can capture him, that'll be very good for me. Before I go in now, I'm going to upgrade. He outnumbers me pretty badly here, but I'm going to have to heal before this next battle. Okay. Let's do this. Palpatine, where are you running to? He'll be slowed down in the asteroid field. He knows the dark side is with me. The coward is fleeing. We could always make an uneasy alliance and go for peace while we find and crush the remnants of the cartel, but that's not the Sith way. Alright, here we go. Palpatine. Take out Palpatine first. I'm gonna have to take out Palpatine. Where is he? Oh, he's down already. Okay. There we go. As you can see, the training we give our troopers is no joke. Very good. Keep wiping out his forces. Focus fire is too strong. And as you can see, I have mostly veteran officers at my disposal. Here are fresh-faced recruits. The Galactic Empire has been losing a lot of people, so they're having to recruit just as much as we are, but their training is being rushed. And it is costing them, even on Emperor Palpatine's flagship. There's only a few left. Make sure the Palpatine does not escape. We need to recapture him. There we go. There we go. We've captured Palpatine. That is good news for us, very good news. So, with Palpatine captured, I need to get him locked up. I am considering moving all of the Force Sensitives over to Ziost. And I need to make sure that there is a prison tower on both the Avatar platform and Yavin. If there isn't, I need to move those who are locked up. Same goes for Tatooine. I'll do Tatooine since I'm close, but yeah, the fight's a little harder, but now that we've got enemies that would never in 1,000 years fight together, right now they have no choice. So if the Galactic Empire ends up swallowing most of the Rebel Alliance, then I am going to have to be very, very careful. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Until next time.